midair and began to coat the ground anew, shapes and outlines growing clear as the ground turned back to ice. At the very center of the canyon, where the most damage had happened, everything was already freezing over again. Even against the power of the gods themselves, the cold did not care, resuming its chokehold on the world, as if the prior events had been nothing more than a nuisance. "Aiello, my dear," he said with a numb voice, "are you recording this?" The girl behind him nodded.
"Started it as soon as I heard the sound, thinking it was some kind of quake. Was too late to catch the light, but I'm recording now."
Umir gave a short nod, watching the distant ruins of his home. It looked so close from up high, but the crew all knew the distance was deceiving. He turned to face the girl fully. Now was not the time to break down. He had to act.
"Point the camera to me, dear. There we go."
He took a breath.
"To whoever is watching this recording, if anyone ever does, my name is Umir of House Ishnar, in service of Clan Adreas under the rule of Clan Lord Makan. The crew and I here were set—"
The team lead grabbed Umir by the shoulder, flipping him around to face him. "What are you doing, old man? You sound like you're giving our last will and testimony. We're not dead. The gods smite our colony, but we've been spared." Of all people, Umir hadn't expected the lead himself to still be stuck this far in denial. The reality had already reached the rest of the crew, and the boy was smart. He had to be to have become an expedition lead this early in his career. Even the hysterical one had calmed and was now curled up in a ball. Retainers were prepared for death at all times. They were trained from birth to be hardy. Expeditions always had a death toll, though simple survey outings like this one had been considered fairly safe. Of course, nobody expected to die like this, betrayed by the gods. But someone had to say the obvious out loud. Might as well be him.
"We're stranded, sir,"
he said, and the small tunnel grew quiet.
"You saw what happened. We all did. Our home is gone, and all the air speeders with it. Nearest colony is 4 days on one of those, moving at top speed across the wastes. It would take months, maybe even a year to make it on foot. Even if we had the energy to keep the suits and evo tents working across all of that, our gear isn't going to survive the wear and tear if we don't starve to death on the way there. There's no one coming for us. The gods eliminated everything, and the cold will bury the rest. We're already dead, and nobody out there will ever know what happened to us."
The hysterical one started blabbering again. Umir's words must have hit him too close to the heart.
"It's all the clan lord's fault. The gods punish those who trespass on their domain. Those things he did, it was clearly heresy. I called it when I saw it, but nobody listened to me then. We're doomed, men and women, I tell you all, doomed to die and have our souls tortured for eternity."
The rant rapidly devolved into obscenities, curses, and ramblings. A truly shameful display for a caste that held such pride on not breaking down exactly like this. Umir couldn't completely write off the man's gripes. The clan lord certainly hadn't been popular or much loved, not like his father before him. But the line of succession had been clear, and the old clan lord had no other sons or daughters to contest the claim. Despite the rather disturbing way the old clan lord had died in his sickbed, with his son taking command the very next hour, the lead wasn't as convinced, jabbing a finger at the broken scavenger. "Someone shut him up. We're not dead yet. Not until we breathe our last. So I'll have none of that talk here. Am I clear?" He waited for anyone to argue with him. Silence. "I said we weren't dead yet, and I meant it. There's still one thing we can do to survive."
"You want to travel underground?"
Umir guessed. The lead answered back with a flick of a hand over his mask, the sign for a smile. That would be a yes, then.
"And the machines you'll find there? How do you expect to survive them?"
Umir asked.
"I'll take the threat of the machines any day over the inevitability of the freeze," the lead said. "One force we at least have a chance. The other we can't even punch it. I'll happily choose death fighting a machine than freezing out in the wastes."
He straightened up, looking down the ice walls to where their supplies were still littered around.
"Crew, attention! Gather up, take what we can, leave everything that's not worthwhile behind. We've got at least 4 days before the suits start running out of power."